The life story of Alfons Zeileis is taking a summer break. We are focusing on the topic of art. In this vacation feature on Alfons Zeileis' channel, we explore the question, who supports art? First and foremost, the state. In the Palatinate at the beginning of the 1920s, Palatinate artists had a quiet, understandable desire to be supported by the state. The economic crisis and inflation had paralyzed the art market in the Palatinate. Could and can it be the state's job to help destitute artists? I would answer with a decisive maybe. Art tells stories about the Palatinate, about the rule and the conditions there. It creates context. Doesn't that deserve support? The postcards on the landscape of the Palatinate were in a way a form of art promotion and helped the artists to survive. In such a context, the question arises, what kind of art is created when art is promoted? Hermann Graf, the managing director of the Palatinate Art Working Group, gave a clear answer at the time. In his view, there was no place for art's sake. Art should have a purpose and serve a use, just like these postcards. So, is art funding allowed to exert influence? Today, foundations, museums and state agencies often support art in the form of grants that give the artist freedom. In Germany, art associations also play an important role. The first art associations were founded in the early 19th century and represented a counterweight to state art and art funding. Art and culture should no longer be reserved for the nobility. The up-and-coming middle classes were also interested in art and founded art associations in order to emancipate themselves artistically, so to speak. One example of this is the Baden Art Association in Karlsruhe, which also exhibited Palatinate artists. Members of the art association bought shares. The art association bought works of art and raffled them off to its members. The more shares a member had, the greater the probability that they would receive a work of art by lot. This allowed the art associations to compete with a financially strong aristocracy. Art associations were open to contemporary art and promoted it. There was, of course, also a Palatinate Art Association, which incidentally is not the same as the Palatinate Art Working Group. Incidentally, art associations also influenced art through their work. The formats became smaller and therefore more suitable for middle-class households. Art associations are a fairly German affair and do not exist in this form outside of Germany. In the next video, we will continue with the story of Alfons Zeileis. I look forward to seeing you again.